GM, folks. Give me a second. Let me just share the stream. Let me just get shit going. We are being joined by Dictator in 20 minutes from now, and until then, let's just stroll the market a little bit. After the interview, I'll take a little bit also to just go through the NFT space holistically, and well, I mean, that's it for now. Off we go. Let's give me a second or so. Yo, Bob, how are you doing, brother? So yeah, let's see. Crypto T, how are you doing, brother? I mean, Crypto T, we have a lot to talk about, right? The anomaly mint was quite something. Wait, let me get this one and correct me. So yeah, first off, dude, the Generate Ape Academy, I've been looking forward to this one for a little bit. very interesting couch. That's all I'll say. But yeah, I mean, like, what's not to like about Degenerate Ape Academy? I believe they were, if not the first NFTs on Solana. I already had them. I already had them in one time. Reefers, GM brother, how are you doing? But I'm very, very, very excited to have them on, because this project is basically as OG as any project would get on Solana, right? I believe they had a CTO, and I mean, like, if you're thinking Solana NFTs, that's kind of like Degenerate Ape Academy as well, right? So to me, that was super clear just to get them in. I'm happy they're gonna be here, and I just want to learn more about like what they essentially have been up to ever since the CTO, and what's next. While we're at it, why don't we just like have a look at Degenerate Apes to begin with? Another one to buy. Which one are you referring to? Are you referring to what's it called? Anomaly or Degenerate Apes? Yo, John, how are you doing? Degenerate Ape Academy. Yeah, I mean, like, dude, sadly, there's only like so much of your portfolio size you can spend at the end of the day, right? Degenerate Ape Academy is, to me, if you're into NFTs, which this MFR happens to be, I kind of want to get one myself, right? I mean, like, talk is cheap at the end of the day. I'm well aware. But that's why we have these conversations. I want to know, I want to learn more about it, right? I want to know what's up at the end of the day. I want to know if they're still worth it, right? It's a harsh time. Let's just call it like it is. So that's just like why I want to have like these things to begin with, right? And again, only what, 10 minutes before like Dictator is gonna join us, so very, very, very much looking forward to have him on. Also, chat, let me know what kind of questions you guys would have, because I'm a cat of the people. What can I say? I want to make sure that we're asking the right kind of questions, and we don't give them that much of an easy out. All jokes aside, very, very, very much looking forward to this, and let's see what they've been cooking. And afterwards, as always, right? Crypto T saying, sure, these guys still got a diamond-handed core community. Yeah, I mean, that's something I just want to find out, right? How core, or like how hardcore is their core community? I mean, to be honest though, like if they literally CTO'd the project, that kind of says enough in my book, right? Like that's kind of how hardcore it gets. But yeah, I mean, like it's easy to like, right? I mean, like I like the art, and it's not really about just the art. It's really about owning a piece of Solana NFT history with this one. I would reckon that's my my 2 cents. The only thing I'm not entirely sure, like I think there are, I thought there were like the collection got split up. Is that true? Dialect stickers. No. Let's not do that. I mean, you know what? If Solana NFTs are just holistically not gonna shit the bed, this might just be like a good time to buy, right? Or like at the very least, let me rephrase that, because no disclaimer, or like the disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm an autistic kind of retard who dresses up like a cat at the end of the day. I don't think you should be like getting any kind of advice from me. But like, I'll tell you guys this much, like these are the kind of levels to where I'm at. I'm interested to potentially get some exposure to these NFTs, right? And especially like we see like many projects with, I mean, like especially the live mints are going quite well. But I think like the value, the longer term value is with like these new kind of with these longer term, like these older kind of communities, collections, right? Like fuck, whatever you want to call it. I just changed the name. I kind of feel like the AA interview is kind of probably not the way to go. The NFT Cat entered a portal inside the Degenerate Ape Academy. Well, there we go. Good enough. So, I mean, like, with the entirety of crypto shitting the bed, I think it's kind of fair to say that, let's see, if Earth Solana is not worth anything, I saw like this copy pasta of, or like from the Soul Gods founder, who said like, if Solana is not worth anything anyways, we might as well just spend it on NFTs. And I kind of agree there, like a whole lot, right? If it's zero anyways, we might as well just like dip it. Crypto T asking, we're gonna see $50 SOL, maybe some cheap NFTs for Hopium. Who gives a shit? Right? Who gives a shit? We're here anyways, whether it's at what, 68? What is Solana at right now? Mm, 69. Who fucking cares? Maybe we do, maybe we don't. It's that's what, minus 20, which is minus another 20%. It's just like it's peanuts anyways, right? Like it's such a small kind of number. I think like the real question is, when are people going to start giving a shit about NFTs again? And I would kind of guess probably rather sooner than later. I mean, like I've been yapping on this for like the past while, so who knows? Until then, I'm just here, right? Yapping. But yeah, I'll tell you guys this much, especially if you're looking at the dollar valuation, right? Because you know what, whether NFTs are dead, yes or no, I think there's still like a clear audience for it, if anything. I mean, like these MFers were at some point 17K. Oh. $500 to what? Nearly 20K, 14K, 15K. I think like the real question, which is more so applicable to this stream and this audience, would be, when would we kind of expect that? Again, like I don't really care about crypto right here, right now. All right, just a few more seconds. Let's see. We're here for the fun of collecting, which is means it's cheaper to buy. Yeah, true. I mean, like I'm not gonna lie, it would be kind of nice to actually have like some liftoff for this channel as well. But all right, someone has entered the chat. Let me just switch up everything. All right, Dictator, give me a second or three. Dictator, how are you doing, brother?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Very good. Thank you for hopping on. Really looking forward to have you on. Not gonna lie.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, how's life?
Not so bad. Actually, here working as we speak, so I took the time out to go ahead and do this real quick.
Nice, much appreciated, man. Is there like any time limit we should respect? Just so I know.
I don't know, like what's standard? I think you, but like I think people get pretty sick of hearing me talk after 35, 40 minutes. No.
Well, usually I have these kind of conversations. I mean, like they can last as long as 2.5 hours, which I'm sure like it sounds like you have something to do. But like usually like 45 minutes to 2 hours, somewhere in between. I like to dig deep. What can I say? I'm a purist.
I get it. Well, listen, we'll get as far along as we can. If I got to go, I'm going to let you know.
Yeah, and feel free, brother. Dude, you know what? I mean, like, here's the deal, right? I think quite literally everyone who is in SOL NFTs happens to, like, at the very least have heard of the Generate Ape Academy. I believe you were the first NFTs on Solana. Is that correct?
There were a couple of others prior to, right?
Solarians, I guess, right?
Yeah, we were the first candy machine mint, right? But you had obviously you had SMB, and SMB obviously did their thing, and they were out before us. And then you also had, gosh, what was that other one? It's faint here. I'm trying to remember which it was. Gosh, but yeah, there was another project which was probably the first, but yeah, as far as bringing major attention and bringing volume and actually the true candy machine mint, we were the first.
Gotcha. What do you mean by candy machine mint?
Well, prior to that, basically what you'd do is you'd basically send your money to a specific address and then hope that they'd send you back an NFT, right? The modern way that we look at minting on Solana, is all basically centered in Candy Machine, right? Candy Machine is the program that actually mints out the NFT. So basically, we attempted to mint, and upon attempting to mint, it was a complete disaster. That's why you have what is known as the exiled apes now. The community voted to basically exile that original mint. Which of course divided people pretty aggressively with the floor price rising. So it took about 2 weeks, but basically, Pit the Panda stepped in, who was obviously a Solana employee at the time, and quickly crafted a new mint standard that worked on Solana, which was the Candy Machine. And it was like 4:30 in the morning, and it was ready. Instead of waiting for it to break, they just went full send and launched it. So, yeah, it was like
nice.
a 2-week thing, and that was the first candy machine mint on Solana. That's how like almost all mint processes now that you see on chain are all based in Candy Machine.
Absolutely. I mean, like I wasn't aware. That's so interesting. I mean, like we could not live without that kind of mechanism right now, right?
Yeah, correct. I mean, obviously, it snowballs into other areas too. So it's pretty interesting.
Absolutely, dude. I'm not sure if you remember, but like, I think like a year ago or like half a year ago, I had you on in like the NFT Renaissance, like which was more of a Spaces format with Chris Taylor and Just Bluish. So I believe like you were there as well, and like I really enjoyed like having you on. So again, like thank you for being here, dude. For anyone who is not really familiar with the Generate Ape Academy, right? Why don't you get like a small rundown of the project for like, because like we see like a lot of collectors who actually got in at a later stage. That's the first. And secondly, what happened, because I believe you guys CTO'd, and what's your role in that?
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, so history lesson first, then the CTO. Is that the way we want to do it?
Let's do it.
Okay, perfect. So basically, as we mentioned in the intro, Degenerate Ape Academy was basically, it was minted in the very early days of Solana, and with that being the case, one second. With that being the case, we had a pretty aggressive rise pretty early on, right? So we had a pretty disastrous mint, which was followed by, of course, a number of new eyes coming to Solana, right? We had just tons of new people that were actually looking at the chain and using it for the first time. Phantom was new, and we really got a chance to to really embrace that. You'll have people like McRaj, who gives us credit for being one of the first events to really bring eyes to Solana, which is always great to hear. And over the years, obviously, we just tried to iterate. We did different things. Obviously, we wanted to make it right with the disastrous mint. So we had something along the lines of what is known as our gangbang, right? Where you put your ape into a stall with tons of other apes, and you're hoping that you got an egg in return. Basically, that was centered around the twins, because the mint created twins within the collection because it was so new. So that's duplicates, right, within the collection. Mm-hmm. So if you look through the collection, you'll see some apes appear 2, some even 3 times. So it's that's one of the things that is not a benefit of being early, right? Like, you break some eggs along the way. So to make it up to those people, we gave them an egg, and that egg became eventually hatched into the degenerate drop bears, which is another sub collection you can see.
You wanna do you wanna browse sub collections, by the way?
Sure. I mean, it's basically as of right now we can do that. But yeah, so you can look at degenerate drop bears. But before we did that, like, just before we move on, I'll want to explain one thing. Now, this is probably one of the biggest misconceptions with DAA, and it's hard for people who haven't been here since the beginning or the last 3 years to understand. When we were minted, we were trying to be like this cornerstone of Solana NFTs, which we were for the most part, and ended up basically finding us in a position where we decided to make ourselves immutable. Right now, for those of you who are not familiar with the NFTs on Solana, the default is immutable NFTs, right? So you have to literally make sure that you select that this NFT is immutable, which is great. But we were so early, the royalty and mint standards were not able to be changed. So as Yaw and all of these different platforms started to surface and allowed people ways to skirt royalties, which were the lifeblood of the project, right, as far as funding us to keep it going, most people just decided to hop onto different types of standards, right? Like there was Cardinal, the Metaplex standard, which enforced royalties. We couldn't do that because there was no way to update because we were immutable, right? To work around that, what we did was create what you'll see now as DAA-HS, which is Degenerate Ape Academy Higher Self. We call it V2. It's where you take your ape and you ascend them. And once you ascend that ape, you get a mutable counterpart, right? So you burn the original immutable NFT and you get a mutable NFT in return. Now, that's a decision for the holder to make. If you want to play around in our trait ecosystem where you can actually buy traits and swap them and build your own NFT, you use the mutable version. If you'd prefer the piece of Solana history that's immutable and will be the same forever, then you choose the immutable version, right? And you keep it like that and you just tuck it in your wallet and you have it forever, right? So if you look at us on like Magic Eden or Tensor, you'll see that there's going to be 2 collections of apes, and that's what the difference is.
Whoops, give me 1 second because I slightly fucked up as I wanted to. Boom. There we go. No, not quite. There you go. I'm sorry for that, man. Like I'm trying to manage like all this myself, but like, why don't we just like have a look at it? Because you know what, I was actually looking at. I thought to recall there were like several, as you said, like several collections regarding the Degenerate Ape Academy. I've heard like the original one, I believe, on Tensor, but like, how do I get to the other one?
Okay, so here's the thing. Well, they were two separate collections at first.
Yeah.
The community asked that we get them both merged, right? So if you don't know what you're looking for, you might buy the NFT. You might buy the wrong NFT, right? So if you look at those backgrounds, you see any of them? You see the guy with the feather in his cap down here in the far right, and the
Yep.
yeah. You see that glowy background?
Yep.
That lets you know that's a V2 ape.
Mm.
Okay, that's a V2 ape. It'll also say so in the metadata.
Is there anything like particularly different on the art?
Well, what's different with the art is that you can actually take this to our trade swapping protocol, and you can build this yourself. So you could remove that hat. You could remove the burger, right? Like, yeah. And so the main thing was that, keep in mind, there wasn't really many NFTs on Solana at all. When they started making this collection, I don't even think SMB was even minted yet. So, like, nobody really knew what meta was, right? We didn't understand what was going to work and what didn't. So Mono, did things like give them a pink dress, give them a cheeseburger, give them a cup, right? For these mouth traits, not knowing that, a couple years down the line, people aren't going to want a fucking corn dog in their mouth, right? So what we did was use V2 as a way to leverage the existing collection and allow people to create their own clean version of the ape.
Gotcha. So here's a small little side question within the community, right? Like, there's always like a bunch of people just longing for like the good old times, for like a better term. How does the community themselves like the V1 versus the V2?
Well, I mean, it's pretty divided, right? Like I could sit here and tell you, oh yeah, everybody loves it, but that would be a bunch of shit, right? Like we live in a space where people are very much depending on, like, I'll tell you this, the V2 looks a lot better with a higher floor price, right? If the floor price was higher, all of a sudden everybody would love that pink dress with the pizza in her mouth, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So basically, like, depending on where the market is, and obviously NFTs have been in Goblin Town for the better part of the last 2 years. You'll get more flack on what they don't like. But I will tell you this: once someone gets a trait pack, rips it open, or they acquire some traits off a marketplace, they go into the system and they start playing around and build their own ape. It's pretty addictive, right? Yeah, we've run into a number of hurdles along the way. Obviously, with the legacy team and with the partnerships used to create these types of swaps. Now, keep in mind, this was before vibe coding was even a thing, and everybody was writing code line for line. So to build these protocols obviously took some time, energy, and nobody was really swapping traits at that time either, right? Like, and having them with metadata updates in real time. So obviously some of those people have left the space, etc. But now we're in a brave new world, right? So with that, we've decided with the current core legacy team and with, of course, the DAO team, which is now one, have come together. Like, there's a few members of the legacy team here, along with myself, Tosi, Mono, etc. And then we've come together with people like Cowboy and JQ. And what we've done is we've kind of decided that we want to make good on our promises, right? So all of the things that we've offered over the years, even though some of it has been down or is not working, we're going to get that up and working in the here and now, just to make sure that we're doing what most NFT projects are not doing, and that's keeping their word. right? We want to be able to deliver and give a usable product to all of our users, the people that are still here, the diehards, like you mentioned before, and give them something to use and play with, right? And for all we know, which this will like just as a little bit of alpha, we might have this might be up this weekend, right? But so
Ooh.
yeah, that's you caught me at a good time. I got the message this morning. Shout out to Dev Bretta and Verada for helping us put this together. But I mean, what used to take us like months to accomplish, like we can accomplish now in weeks, which is
With live coding, you mean?
100%. No, not just vibe coding. Like we're using actual developers who are now leveraging AI to go ahead and
Yeah.
it chops the time in half, and the the amount of cost, right? There was a huge nut to pay to get these things over the line in years past, and now obviously it's becoming more affordable to be able to ship these types of products, which is great for an NFT project, which basically has very little revenue, right? So,
Gotcha. I mean, that's so interesting. I mean, you know what I find like equally interesting, right? Like, I'm more of a OG kind of NFT guy, if that makes sense. I haven't been around like during the bull. Sadly, I've only been here when everyone started to lose money. So I literally do it for the love of the game. But like, especially recently, like if I want to do a better job at, well, doing this, having streams, having interviews, that also means that I need to be open-minded to like whatever's new within the market, right? And it's interesting to see that I would say that there's a new wave of projects who actually play into like the non-static, the non-fungible aspect to NFTs, right? To where like the meta could develop to be to something as in you have your asset and you can basically change it as you go by collecting points, by staking, by doing whatever, right? Giving up one thing for the other. So it's an interesting meta to be a part of, if anything.
yeah, I mean, I think medievals are doing a great job with that. They're having a lot of fun. Love those guys. I hold a bunch. I think
I wasn't aware.
Yeah, they were the artists from D-Gods started a project called Medievals.
No, dude. Like I wasn't aware you're a holder. Like I literally have like a show with Candy. Like we do it like once every 2 weeks. Yeah, like you could say like I'm elbow deep in medievals myself. I think like they're great.
Yeah, I think I got like 12 or 15 or something.
Oh, nice. You should come on and say hi in the Discord sometime. I mean, like it's I think like they're well on their way to be like one of the blue chips within the next wave, if you will.
Yeah, I think so too. And I basically the way that I see the space panning out is I see a lot of people being interested in some old legacy collections, and I feel like there's going to be a new collection which is going to set a new standard and it's going to bring a ton of attention to the space. So that's kind of like that could be them, right? Like they might already be here, right? But that's kind of the way that I see this going in the future, right? 2 weeks ago we saw a lot of people, basically reminiscing on the timeline that they missed the NFT days, and my first reaction is like, yeah, where the fuck have you been the last couple of years? But once I get over that, it's more along the lines of like, we could definitely use the support, and it got me thinking about what this space is going to look like in the future moving forward. It's been we had to iterate, right? Like we're a validator. We're an entertainment company that's powered by a validator company, right? We have Dick SOL, which is pretty much the lifeblood of our project. It's a long-standing validator on Solana, and we, obviously we use that, and we've just upgraded a ton of hardware to make sure that we can go ahead and really, provide Solana with some stability and the best service possible. So, that's basically what we're doing as far as doing things to help the ecosystem and obviously to generate some revenue to keep the project going.
I mean, like, that's so interesting. You know what? It's don't mind me asking, Dictator, but like, I think you're right. I think like you hit the nail on the head, right? Like how, I mean, like the bar is so low, but like at the end of the day, like the fact that you're saying it's an entertainment company and we actually need to make money, that's probably more than what like 95% of all founders have done in the past 3 years, right? Let's just call it like it is. I think like you need to like develop not only on like a business level, but like also on a personal level, but because like fact is, from the moment you're comfortable, right, people will just fuck off. It's the attention market at some point, right? Then you gotta like take your audience on some kind of a journey. So it's a mix between those things, and I think like you're very much right, and I feel like it's very interesting because I've seen or I've heard many, and especially blue chip projects, coming up with every fucking excuse in the book to not do anything, to just not just like move forward at the end of the day. And I think like the fact that maybe it's because like you guys CTO'd as well, which might have contributed to that. But I think like you cannot just be like, well, like people are always going to remember us, because they more than likely won't if you keep on adapting.
Yeah, I'll tell you this: if your main plan is to stand on provenance, like above all else, like you probably won't survive to see that come to fruition, right?
Yeah.
Like, like we can, like for a long time, like before I was ever involved with the inner workings of the project or the team, I just kind of thought I'd hold this because it was so important in the beginning. But the reality is that the people who were coming in the next meta don't even know who the fuck we are, care, right? They just don't. Right. So like, and that is obviously a sobering reality. But what the reality is that like, yeah, you can have that. And eventually they're going to come back and they're going to do their homework and that will be part of it. Right. But the reality is that you have to ship something. Right. You have to come up with a storyline, even if it's like what we like. Sometimes the best thing that we got that we can give you is a phenomenal shit post. Right. And you know what? That's in this market. Sometimes that's just enough. Like people want to know that they belong. They want to feel like a part of something. They want to understand the inside jokes. Let's say something goes terribly wrong on Solana. Like I'm extremely proud that most of the ecosystem is waiting for us to tweet. Proud to be the infrastructure provider for so and so, right? Like it's become like an inside joke for the ecosystem at large, right? Like we did it like it happened during FTX and it happened during all of these 3 hours capital, like all of these like horrible things to bring humor to those moments sometimes is the best thing we can do. We have a group of dedicated individuals like 818 and of course Cowboy, JQ, and Tosi, who are here every single day trying to make sure that we can give you guys that type of an experience, even when nobody fucking cares, right? Like, and regardless, they still show up every single day because at their core they love the project and they want to make sure that we fulfill our primary purpose, which is to be the stewards of this piece of Solana history.
Absolutely. Well, like, dude, like it's nice to see that you guys are so passionate about it. Quick question, like, can you walk me through the CTO?
Yeah, so basically, like, as it shakes out, like most teams, like I mentioned to you, with the royalty issues and everything else, and with market volatility, royalties just kind of went by the wayside. About 20, probably I think closer to almost 3,000 apes have become V2s, which means only 33% of the collection basically is generating royalties. The rest are immutable V1s with a standard that was created in August of 2021 with no enforceable royalties whatsoever, right? So obviously their trading volumes down. People are not really looking for ARB ops on NFTs. So we didn't really see sustainable revenue there. And so basically the DAO which is our community, which we're all members of, right? And it has to mean that we are, whether you're a member of the team or not, we're all members of the DAO. The DAO had facilitated and operated a validator, which is SOL that I mentioned earlier. And they operated that successfully since, I would say, something in the neighborhood of like 2022. And it was obviously a standard. They had a number of different things that went right with the validator, a number of different things that went right financially. So the community was more well off than the project, right? And above all else, that community also has like the guys I mentioned, like 8A Team, JQ, Cowboy. They have this love for DAA, right? And that's really what's most important. And so we all came together and made a decision to make a phenomenal collaboration where they came in and worked side by side with us, whether it be through funding or whether it be through arranging or whether it be through, carrying the burden of wondering what we're going to do with all these red hoodies and storage, right? Like all of this stuff is key things that most people give up on over the years. Like I challenge you to find another NFT project with OG team members from 2021, right? Like you're not gonna find any. I can't think of one. Maybe I don't even. But no, like I don't know. Like SMB, that's not even the original team. The original team rug, right? So it's hard to say. Like you're just really not gonna find it.
Maybe like in a way, DGOT's like a few members.
I mean, I don't who. Right? Like I don't even think so. Frank's gone. Candy and the boys left.
Yeah, but like Chill wasn't he
Chill?
Like?
I think he was community first, though, wasn't he?
I have no clue. Like, I won't know. Like, again, like I haven't been through the good times. Sadly, I've only joined in like the pitch black part of the market.
Well, you know what? You came at the perfect time. You're getting a bunch of great stuff on sale, and eventually, like, it always happens in life, where eventually you're going to be able to say that you were right.
100%.
A broken clock's even right 2 times a day, right? So
I mean, like, but you know what? Like, Dictator, like to your point, like, you know what? Like, I believe in this market so much, and like even more specifically, I believe like. I'm doubling down on Solana NFTs. So I think like the Solana NFTs is one of like the greatest industries to be a part of, right? Like the fact that Ben could literally just tag you guys, and I just sent you a message, and like a few days later we're here. That's the power of Solana NFTs. And I mean, like, fuck, you probably had no clue who I was to begin with. Right? It's very low entry barrier. The community is awesome, right? Like compared to like Ethereum discords, it's a fucking ghost town up there. Solana discords are very, very, very active, and like I think like the counter argument would be like, well, there's more liquidity into Ethereum. That's only gonna get you so far, right? Because like at the very least, like I think that I believe in this product. I believe like the way of transacting. I believe in this culture, right? So it's not if, but when.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. Like all of this came from fostering a good community during the good times, and then the staying power to stay within the bad, right? Like our community looks nothing like it did in 2021. Sure, there's a few OGs, but there's a lot of people that we picked up along the way, right? Like,
oh yeah.
Like they came for the price action originally, and they could have left at any time. Like right now, they're here because they love to like log in to the Discord and and chop up with us a little bit. Like basically like when I just shared the link to this stream in the Discord. Basically, I told them, I said, here, come tell me to go fuck myself, because whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. Like we have motion, right? And I'm grateful for that in any way that it comes.
Man, having said that, you know what? Let's do something fun. Let's do something out of like. I want you, if that's something, because you know what? It sounds like I just need to get myself a fucking degenerate ape. This is not something I've done on stream before, but I do kind of feel that apes are just fucking stupidly undervalued right here, right now. So why don't you take me through like what we're looking at, what makes sense, what's considered cheap, what's not. I want to be a part of your community, and like especially like if I'm looking at the price, I think it's just stupidly cheap right now.
Yeah, so it is, right? And there's a ton of value there. And to be honest with you, I stopped looking at the floor price about a year and a half ago, which is pretty.
Good for you.
It's just I'm not here for that anymore, right? So basically, like I said to you in the beginning, what you want to look for here is like, what would you like? Would you like to take part in the trait ecosystem, or would you like to take part in having just that piece of Solana history, right? Like that's a big question.
For now, I would say like the history part.
Okay, so you see all the glowy ones. I think you can actually toggle. I haven't used Tensor in a minute. You can actually toggle the collection, and you can, if you go through the filters, I think you might be. Does it even allow us to do it anymore? You can toggle V1, but anyway, you see these ones with the flat backgrounds, like the one with the sun hat and on that floor,
yep.
The one with the purple, right? Now the flat backgrounds, I would more so look. Yeah, that one's all right. It's kind of a mess though. I think that might be a V2. I can't even tell. Okay, back out. You see this guy with the teal background on the second column, far on the left?
I had someone whisper that one in my ear as well, saying this is a good one.
Yeah, because he's got the dirty fiat, and the explorer hat is whatever, but here's a little bit of alpha. So there's teal backgrounds are pretty funny because there's a background that's supposed to match each fur. There was supposed to be a teal fur. It never made it into the collection because of the error that was made at mint. So there's teal backgrounds with no teal fur. So this is like what we call a mismatch. So that's actually it's a pretty interesting ape to have.
Nice.
If you keep scrolling, you'll see some of these other ones that are. Let's see here. Pretty much any ones with the flat background are those pieces of Solana history. If you see the glow, that's a V2.
Yeah, okay, like with the more like the dark ones, right? So
yeah,
this one.
The glow, right? Like they have this like aura around them. Yeah, that glow is what lets you know that they're V2.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's it's definitely an interesting way to get it across. I have an idea for you also. Why don't you do me a favor and why don't you send me your wallet address?
I can always do that.
Yeah,
I don't mind that.
Yeah, you don't mind that?
No,
I didn't think you would. So I said, whatever. Let's give it a shot. I don't think I'll be imposing here.
Wait, let me. I'm just gonna give you the vault, okay? So like, I don't touch this.
Okay. Yeah, throw it to me in Discord.
There you go.
Okay. All right. Where do we go here? 1 second.
I got Peter Q saying I need 10. True.
You need 12 because it's the dirty dozen. So that was very on brand of him to say.
Dirty dozen. Talking about a dirty dozen though, well, I was going through your fucking Twitter account. Wait, that's an interesting couch you got there, brother.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, that's actually probably one of the best memes that I've ever seen Mono make. He made that a couple years ago, and it's, if you zoom out, it's actually a recording frame, so it's actually extra. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. You're not gonna find us in Walmart anytime soon. Sorry, Pudgies.
Yeah, I mean, like that ship has sailed for sure.
Mm-hmm. Which we're totally fine with, right? Like a lot of people wanted us to like bend the knee, be this and be that, become like a able to be a children's show. Like there's a huge market for like adult based animation and humor, right? Like, and we kind of want to lean into that. We have leaned into that because, to be honest with you, it's fun. And if we're not fucking having fun, we don't want to do this shit, right? That's sent off, man.
Give me a second.
It's a nice starter rate for you, and it's a V1.
Wait, let me just refresh it a little bit. I don't see it just yet. I did definitely send you the right address.
It should. I just got the noti from Phantom that it went.
Can you maybe? There you go. Ooh, that one is sick. Wait, let me. Thank you so much. Wait, that's fucking sick. It is number. Because like, don't mind me. I'm a fucking autistic nerd. Let's just call it like it is. I love to like. This is my life, right? Like, this is like the best hobby there is in the world. 3265.
Mm-hmm.
I love how like the fur matches like the background, if anything. Tell me about the traits, brother.
About what the traits on this guy? Well,
yeah. What are we looking at?
That's your standard green ape, and that actually this is an NFT that actually went through correctly. The background matches the ape's fur, as I mentioned before. You also have all the tie-dye tee, and of course the cop's hat, which I think is a nice contradiction to the tie-dye, right? So it's a cool ape, and also like a big thing with DAA community is looking for apes that are clean, right? You're gonna hear us talking about clean a lot, and a lot of that has to do with the mouth, right? And this is a clean mouth, so I thought it's a great way to get in the door.
Tell me about the clean mouth.
It's a clean mouth. It's a clean mouth. Like, cause listen, the alternative is like you want to zoom out, go to mouth traits.
Let's do it.
Now look, you just start clicking them, and you'll get the idea. Like, look, you can have click banana. You want to talk about something that's a little pause. You know what I mean? Like,
I saw fuck the act plan as well, and I was like, that's a little questionable.
Yeah, 100%. There's a lot of.
I get it, because like it sticks shit in its mouth, so like not having any like object there makes it a clean mouth.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
I mean, like, to be honest though, like this looks pretty fucking clean as well. Like, is it like actually good or bad if they match like the background of the fur, or would you rather have it like different?
That's up to the individual, right? Like some people, like myself and 818, are looking for mismatches because, like, if you're like this is all collectible shit, right? So it's like if you collected cards as a kid, you're looking for the error cards. You know what I mean? You're looking for the cards where something went wrong, and like they have a little bit of character and story behind them. So some people like a mismatch, like that purple and green one on the bottom right corner, right? Like, sometimes a mismatch just works. Sometimes that mismatch does not work, you know? But yes, if you're looking for a standard clean NFT, then having them match is obviously a huge advantage. But yeah, that's pretty much how that works.
So let me ask you something, right? Like, because I started off with DGOTs. I always want, like, before I was in Ethereum NFTs, that kind of sucked ass. Then I went to Solana, basically because of Lily NFTs, to which, like, don't mind me, but like I will always take like a moment in time to just shit on Bunjo. Fuck that guy. Such a loser. But hey, like on the next one, that's where basically like the ecosystem opened up, right? It was very, very, very easy to just like fall in love with like all of the communities, all of the perks, the characteristics, and everything. So at that time, DGOTS was just up and running, and anyone and everyone was yapping on Frank in a positive way back then. And we all know like the Divine Robes, we all know like the Dylan, we all know like the Mythic War Armor. What are some of your most flamboyant kind of traits within this collection?
Well, I'm glad you asked. There's a few, right? Like, so first off, we can go to fur, which is going to be you go ahead and filter by fur first.
Sure.
And so now if you go down all the way to the bottom of that list, you're going to see acid trip. So go ahead and click that. These are basically,
Ooh.
these are like a mythic fur. You rarely ever see these on the market,
Gee.
right? Yeah. Now you
I've
can
never
click.
seen that before.
Yeah. The thing is that everybody came in 2021. Big spenders came in and pocketed these NFTs and put them in wallets, and they've never seen the light of day again, right? They held them as investments or what have you, and basically that's what led to that, right? Like you see that gold tooth. Actually,
Yeah.
owned this at one point. Now, if you back out, you then select the one up from that, which I'm imagining is gold, right?
Yep.
Select gold. Now that's those are your gold furs, right? Now, obviously, like this is more of a super rare, whereas the other is more mythic. So, like, just from a fur standpoint, now there's a few things. If you go to now, let's go back to all furs. Right, there's a few things that we really enjoyed. Now go to clothing.
There we go.
Now go to McDeegan. Now this is just one of those traits that just kind of like formed a cult following behind it, and for a long time,
What's it called? McDeacon?
Yeah, McDeegan, or it should say Deegan Service Shirt or something like that.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah. Right now, yeah. So now this is kind of a collection of different apes. Now, just so you know, there's 69 apes or 62 or 69 apes that Mono actually painted by hand himself. Right. Our Mono is the original artist. His persona is the McDeegan, right? I have this is so they're kind of like they hold a place in the heart of the community, right? Big time. So this is obviously these are always pretty sought after, and then obviously they are always at war, like it's a friendly war within the community. If you go into the suits, now. This is DGen Corporate. This is its own sub DAO, right? It's still pretty active, and I had to grab a suit just to be a part of. It's really a lot of fun. So it's basically like the suits versus like the fast food workers. That was like a thing for a long time. It's a great sub DAO within the community as well, and they typically hold a pretty nice floor just for having the suit and access to the sub DAO. Right now,
Gotcha.
Now if you scroll all the way to the bottom of that, and you're gonna have, yeah. Now this is gonna be the pièce de résistance of the entire collection, which is basically if you go to the astronaut. Space. It should be space. It should be spaceman. Astronaut thing.
Spacesuit. There you go.
Yeah, these you will never really see out in the wild, right? I'm lucky enough to hold one. If you have the complete set with the helmet, those are typically the most sought after apes. That's like 1 through 10 as far as rarity goes in V1, right?
I got like Dictator. This is interesting. There's literally like they're twins with like the same numbering as well.
I don't know why it has the same numbering. It should have different numbers, but I wouldn't be surprised if there was twins. That might be a tensor issue.
Interesting. Okay, like they showed like different wallets as well.
Interesting. Yeah, it might be a twin. It might be a twin with the same number, and obviously those were. It's obviously extremely unfortunate for the person at the time. If you scroll down, you'll also see there's mine with the top hat and the pipe. It says there's 2 of them, but there isn't. Yeah, that's my space ape. Yeah. So yeah, that and then also you have Prince Charming, and then if you go back to furs.
I got been saying that it's V1 versus V2.
Correct. Oh yes, correct. That's right. It's the escrow wallet. Thank you, sir. Yeah. So basically, because that NFT still exists, Magic Eden has blocked out the wallet, so it doesn't populate there. But because we have the escrow wallet with the V2 ape still existing, that's why you're going to see the 2 of each, right?
Gotcha.
Yeah. So, but Magic Eden has suppressed the wallet. So if you go ahead and go over to back to furs, and I'll save this one for last, and go down to zombie.
There we go.
Yeah. Now you see the zombie. Now if you scroll, you see the one with the halo up top.
Yep.
Yeah. 1 second. Yeah. Okay. You see that one with the halo? That one right there. I'm about to send you a tweet. I'm going to show you something. This is a forgotten piece of Solana lore here. Let's find it. 1 second.
Man, Dictator, I'm not gonna lie, like this is like interviews like these are quite literally why I set up the channel. Like this is so much fun. And I hope you're having a good time as well. Again, like thank you for like the NFT. Much appreciated. But like to talk to other people who share the passion, who have like all of this experience within the space, who know the history, who know the lore, just yapping on like the things we like collectively love. Like, isn't this just fucking awesome, dude?
Oh, 100%. Now go into your Discord DMs and look what I just sent you. Maybe you might want to put that on screen.
Ooh, wait.
Yeah. That NFT that was from that tweet's from 2021. That ape sold for $1.1 million.
I'm pretty sure that like I have like a VC background myself. I'm pretty sure I know, or like I had those guys in my network earlier. But I mean, like in hindsight, isn't it crazy that that's such a top signal?
Yeah, I mean, sure, but at the time, ask me if I fucking cared. Absolutely not. You know, so
no, for sure. But like, it's just like what we just like said, right? Like in the beginning, to where it's like, it's always the same. Right now, we're living in times to where, I mean, like, it's quite literally people like you and me, keeping the space alive, right? Making sure there's some minimal fucking degree of infrastructure within the space. I'm like, there's nothing, and you'll see them more than likely, whether this is like the exact bottom or we're at the very least like a lot closer to like a bottom than to a top, right? And to where like in bullish times you see FTX Arena, Moonrock Capital buying this stuff for over $1 million. It's just like the cyclical nature to assets is just interesting, and I don't think it's any different for NFTs.
Oh no, I don't think so either, right? Like it's, will we see these heights again? Probably not. Probably not. Like that's what logic will say. But the reason that it's fun to look back at this stuff is because it is possible, right? Like in the euphoria and ether of the moment, when the market is just going nuts and people are actually diving into their mint, and then they race to their wallet to see exactly what they got. They did a pre-sale, I kind of relived that with medievals just a few months ago, I feel like, right? And like
Absolutely.
being able to rip those open, take a look and see what you got, and like that's the magic of the NFT, right? And that's kind of what we're missing. And all the while everyone thought they were investors, when all the while they were actually collectors, right? And
yes,
and that's the key difference. And as soon as that mindset shifts, which is a big thing, a big part of what Genuine Articles likes to talk about. And I know I mentioned a few projects here today, and I definitely don't want to hop off the stream without mentioning Geckos. It's like my second home. Love those guys.
nice. I'm dude. Like I recently had them on. I had Garrett on G8.
Yeah, 100%. Great guys.
I like them, and like they seem to be incredibly aware of what their core product is, and it's a fucking digital collectible. It's not like a utility kind of thing. It's not like a return on investment machine printer, or like, you get my drift, right? At the end of the day, it's a piece of art which you hold in your wallet, which is not physical, right? And like, it's either like it or you don't.
Yeah, and that's what it is. And when these things started getting treated like liquid assets is when the market fell out, because they basically had a core product that was being marketed as something at its core it isn't, right? Like that's why you things like Blur and all of these bidding protocols and what was that thing? Hades swap? Oh my god, like that guy literally had like 350 apes. And so every time we would get some motion on the floor, the Hades swap would just relist 25. It's like and like being up against that immense wall is really it's pretty disheartening, and that's why like a lot of guys gave up. I know you mentioned all that stuff with Bungill earlier. One thing I will say for him, he kept it a buck at least. He's like, hey, I'm out of money and I can't do this anymore. Like a lot of these other founders didn't do that at all, right? Like I've seen some pretty, some pretty sad things all over the years when it comes to this stuff, and basically not thinking of the holders. Like the reason that a lot of us show up, like right now, like I'll be perfectly honest, like we're not like one thing if you go and buy a DAA NFT right now, the team is obviously not here for the money. Right?
Oh yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, we're not here because we're looking to like for the big cash out, and we're not looking to like mint a new collection and walk away with like $2-3 million. The reality is that we're here because all of us, right, collectively believe in the product, we believe in the project itself, and we believe in Solana, right? So we think our responsibility to be here and to take care of this project and make sure that it's in good enough shape for the next bull run, right? Because the next crowd of people that comes, they deserve to have that piece of history preserved for them.
Absolutely. Dude, before I let you off, do you have time to like quickly go through your website? Because like I did like have a look, and I think it's basically too good to not go through it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's about to get a facelift, so like this is a good time to take a look at it and say, basically like see it now or never see it again, because the website will be updated here shortly.
Also, like, can you maybe like send me like a Discord invite? Because I'm having some issues getting to it.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I'll get that over.
Cheers. Let's see. Academy.
Yeah. Now, if you look, this is actually just to give you a quick tour. This was actually updated when we did our last pack sale, and the pack sale was for that. Biggie pack you see there, which was a trait packs. Those packs, you rip them open, they include traits, right? Yeah. So those are obviously that's come and gone, right? Now, if you back out of that, you're going to see Harambe next to it on that. Yeah, it's basically like Haram eBay. Well, what that is our trait bidding protocol. So, like, if you take your NFT, you can go ahead and stake it for opals, and you can bet those opals to buy the traits, or basically bid on the traits available through our auctions, right? So we have trait auctions for new traits that we drop there. It's been a while since we've had one. The system's been down. As I mentioned, we've been working with the team of devs to go ahead and get everything back up in working order, so everybody has an opportunity to use this. But old members, old legacy members, and of course, the new to come, right? So yeah, and you'll see that if you look up at the top, you'll see a little pickaxe there. That's mining. That's so you can go ahead and stake and unstake your apes, etc.
Nice. Nice. I mean, like, on the one hand, I want to say, like, it's too bad like you're redesigning the website, because it actually looks cool, but I'm sure it's going to be like even better.
Yeah, no, it'll be sick. And the thing is that, like, when you have a design and it looks kind of like shitty, you could just go ahead and show it to Mono. He'll get so frustrated, he'll just fucking crank out a masterpiece like this just to spite you. It's like, get that shit off my page. Yeah. Everyone wonders how I get Mono to do shit. I just fucking send him bad things, and he can't stand it because of his OCD, and he goes ahead and fixes it.
Oh, I mean, like, whatever's necessary, right?
Yeah. It only took me 2 years to figure that out.
Maybe like one last question, because like I do want to respect your time limit. Like a while ago, I had in the chat, I think it was Peter Q, say, show him egg. What's egg?
All right. So eggs were actually that's what we gave the twins, as I mentioned to you earlier, right? So for a period of time, they were actually in eggs themselves, and the NFT that was being traded were eggs. So quite literally a degen egg, and it was these like crazy looking things. Here, I'll send you one. And yesterday was National Egg Day, so we had to go ahead and use that. Here, I'll DM it to you. And these are what our eggs look like. Now, I sent that to you via DM. Now, those eggs ended up becoming... Yeah, those eggs ended up hatching and became the degenerate drop bears. So if you want to go take a look at those, that's our sub collection.
Let me just like add the egg to the stage real quick. Wait, what? Give me 1 second, just so people know like what the egg actually looks like. There we go.
And they were all different, right? We also had some that were inbred eggs, which the inbred eggs had boils on them, and they basically generated a super rare or mythic degenerate drop bear.
Nice.
Yeah. So if you want to go back to Tinsor, go ahead and take a cruise over to degenerate drop bears, and that's what came out of the eggs. Yeah, eggs are no longer a thing. They've been force hatched.
Oh my god. Just look at those things.
Yeah, they're
kind of freaky, good, but like also fucking ugly as well in a good way.
Yeah, there's a number of different traits. There's obviously a great number of fun things to do with those. They follow a similar trait order as the apes. There's gold, there's zombies. There's also there's a couple of molten skins as well. And a ghost. It's called a wraith.
Mm,
Yeah,
electric.
yeah. Do you see the green one? You see that? That's a wraith.
This one?
No, the middle at the bottom, right there, the glowing green.
Nice.
Yeah. So, yeah, there's some cool stuff. There's some cool stuff in the collection. That is actually that collection's all mutable as well. It's not eligible for trait swapping just yet. Maybe in the future, but they do exist and they are great. So they're all, if you look at them, they're all clean, right? That was the goal.
So, here's like an idea. I always believe that like D-Gods back in the day was onto something with their like season 2 and like Dead Gods, etc., right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of that, right? Like the mechanism of being like, hey, like here we have like a new version of the art you already like, and you can just like choose yourself whether you just like store it on chain, off chain, rather than just like nitpicking for like people themselves. Like what's your thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, to be perfectly honest, like it's a free market, right? Like what there was a lot of like Puritans in the beginning that said things had to be this way or that way, and now that a lot of people stopped fucking caring, it's become liberating, because now it's like, like buy what you like. If somebody puts something out and gives you the ability to change the appearance of the asset that you own, I feel like that company's doing their best to give you exactly what you want, right?
Fair point.
So like I was all for it. I've held DGOD since 2021, right?
Yeah.
I've
heard to hear that.
Yeah, I've had DGOD since I bought my DGODs on Alpha Art.
Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, like I really want to let you go, but like your community is making it really hard for me. Like I'll have like two things. Like they're asking me, Rugnick's sister and legendary elders, and like afterwards,
Okay.
you're done with me.
Yeah, so I will tell you this. As far as Rugnick's sister, that I might not be able to do, as I enjoy my freedom. But I can show you the elders. Type in elders. I'm not sure if Tensor's listed them or not. Yeah, like Teens on Acid said. Yeah, like, oh no, like it's degenerate drop bear elders.
I don't think maybe Magic Eden.
Yeah, it might be on Magic Eden.
Degenerate drop elders.
Yes. Drop bear.
There. Oh, I don't see them.
Well,
sadly.
Yeah, sadly. We'll get to it, but yeah, I'm sure we'll be on again. But yeah, it's Peter says it's on Magic Eden. Hold on.
Peter, what kind of? How should I search? Degenerate. What? Okay. Degenerate elder drop bears. Okay.
Yeah, degenerate elder drop bears. There you go.
I see it.
Yeah, these were they all came with a sword, and they were all basically they were basically made. Some of them were made custom. Yeah, that's them. Some of them were made custom for the specific holder.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and they came with those swords. That's what those swords are that you see.
Maybe more of a collectible for like a certain someone rather than just like being part of like the regenerative collection.
Correct. Yeah. Well, this is kind of like the very top of the drop bears, right? And when these people put in, they bought in advance and basically entered into that. It was pretty cool. When it happened, you ask some of them that, they might not say that, but it was cool nonetheless as a community member to watch. I wasn't on the team then, and it was kind of a moment in time. It was was pretty interesting, right? That was during the D-Gods warm-up that all that was happening.
Okay, yeah. Dude. I mean, like, Dictator, I've had such a shitload of fun with you. Thank you so much. I kind of feel like I would love to have you on, like, whenever you have something other to present, right? Because, like, I really respect the fact that you guys are working very hard by the looks of it.
Yeah, 100%. Let's go ahead and really set that up. We actually will have some announcements for you soon. I've been getting some DMs while we're in here.
Nice.
Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and take a look at that, and I think I'll ping you directly and let you know when those announcements come, and maybe you'll hear from me, and I might have something to drop in and say in, like, let's say a couple weeks.
Let's do it. Consider me a friend, and I mean, like, if anything, I'm gonna hop into your Discord. Literally, like, today I've already said hi, so let's go with that. Thank you so much for your time. I've really, really, really enjoyed myself, and I hope you have too.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me, and thank you for having something to say about us, and we're down to go ahead and make it happen. So let us know whenever you'd like to chat again. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, brother. Right. Again, thanks for coming in, and we'll speak soon.
Speak to you soon, man. Thank you. Bye.
Alrighty, chat. 818, he did not say, he said something was gonna happen soon. I was just looking at your name, 818, and, like, we've been in touch, like, actually, like, a little bit earlier. How are you doing, brother? Man, like, I'm not gonna lie, that interview got me pretty fired up. I'm really, 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 really happy to see, like, one of the blue chips within SOL NFTs still, like, doing well, right? Absolutely amazing. Guys, let me just, like, take a small little break in a little bit, and afterwards let's go get down to some more NFTs, because you know what, we've had anomaly quite literally slipped over banana peel. So these MFers literally slipped over banana peel, and rather than going for, like, a 1 or half a Solana mints, they gave it for free, right? So this was like a free mint yesterday. I actually said it within the, what's it called, on Twitter. Not really rocket science, but I basically shared on Twitter, like, hey, like, guys, get in. Wait, let me just, like, fix the layout real quick. There we go. And I kind of just, like, so slipped over banana peel, went for, like, a life for, like, a 3 minutes out of the blue, or at least to me, and they kind of nailed it. I mean, like, I think this art is kind of fucking cool. So this cat ain't no fucking pussy. I bought a bunch, or, like, I minted a bunch, and I think it's, like, quite interesting to go through this one in a little bit. But for that, though, give me like a minute or 15. How did their shift from paid to free sit with early minters? Did they refund? I believe they refunded teams. I think they did. I cannot imagine that they did not. Otherwise, I mean, that's kind of a dick move if they would not have done so, right? So yeah, I think interesting food for thought, guys. Let's just call it what it is. I think like free mints are like the meta right now. We've seen a few do extremely well, extremely well. I don't think there's enough liquidity in the market to basically go for like too high of prices. But if anything, interesting food for thought. Let's see what gives. Give me like what? Give me like fucking 15 minutes or so. And I'll be back. Right. So anyways, I'll be back in a second. See you guys soon. Whoops. Why the fuck is this not working? Wait. There we go. Better. See you at 15, folks. there. Anomaly. I find this one like quite interesting. We had Artifacts on not too long ago, to where they said like, hey, like we have a refundable mint, right? And with the refundable mints, a big part there was, well, the fact that, whoops, I'm hearing myself double now. Give me a second. With the refundable mints, that was their whole MO, so to speak, right? It did not go through. I don't think it's because of lack of art or anything in that sense, but I don't think that there's just like liquidity in the market for it right here, right now. So anyways, what they did instead, right? They launched a free mint, and so far, free mints have been doing quite fucking good. Looking at liminals, looking at misfits, right? So TLDR, they went live, and I mean, I kind of dig the art. I think like the art is really good. So for me, it's quite easy to just get into this shit, because at the core of it, folks, it's about the art, right? That's your starting point, or at least like that's why I get into NFTs, why I happen to like this. It's kind of collecting Pokemon cards, which just happen to be on the blockchain, right? Digital collectibles. So I want to get through some of the traits, some of the things I like, some of the things I might dislike. I mean, it's quite nice to see if you're looking at these kind of ones. All artifacts. I wonder where you got like your inspiration for this trait. Yours truly. But yeah, again, I don't think anything is stopping this this project from doing really well. Obviously, really depending on what the future is going to look like, right? Like if they're going to deliver on whatever roadmap they have. They've been cooking a whole bunch of clothing and whatnot. So yeah, I think right here, right now, this is the next collection which just really catches my eye. I minted a bunch. If anyone is following the channel, I mean, like, you might have minted some yourself. But yeah, let's get right into it. Artifacts refunds expires. New. Let's why don't we get to sensor. No, that's the wrong one. Anomaly. Boom. I think this is pretty fucking good art. I think like the lore will kind of unfold in like the next coming while. The charts kind of looked fucked up, but that's because they started out from like a 1 Solana mint, and they rebranded basically as a free mint. So I'm very curious to see like what the future is gonna hold, right? It's interesting, if anything. Rather than floor price, I mean like at the beginning stages, right? Like what can you say about like floor price? It's kind of we'll have to see. But this is something I'm paying close attention to. I'm into like a bunch. I got a bunch of 1-on-1s, which leads me to remind that, or like, which reminds me that I was supposed to get back at someone. But chat, what do you guys think? Are we digging this or no? I think basically looking at the meta of free mints, which have gone like quite viral. I mean, just look at this. I like this a lot. For free mints, I mean, like, are you kidding me? I think if anything, like people have been like really unlucky with the timing aspect to things right here, right now. But if anything, it is fucking interesting, right? So yeah, let's dig through something. So far, what, like 74 Solana volume in not even 24 hours. I think that's pretty fucking good. So let's just have a look at like what's been listed recently. I think like what I like, if not the most on this one, for sure, is that the art style is very, 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 very different from the other stuff we're seeing right here, right now. Right, obviously it's a front side profile, very similar. It's kind of a humanoid character, yada yada yada. But if anything, the art style, like, how do you describe this? I have no clue. I think it's really, really, really good looking. Looking at floors, what you always see. I mean, like, guys, for fuck's sake, are you kidding me? Like, these are not floor traits. Come on. Come on. The side note though is that there's definitely some fucking retarded ones for sure. Just imagine waking up next to this. There's a quirkiness to their line work and trade selection. Yeah, it's true. It's the streamline is quite interesting. Mm-mm-mm. But I mean, like, this one might not be my favorite, if you will. But then again, if you're just looking at some of like the recently listed, right? I think this is some sick art. I do. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to say whether this is overvalued, undervalued, yes or no. That's for you guys to decide. But what I will say, though, for sure, is that I'm digging this quite fucking hard. I was seeing the guest artists one-on-one. Those are wild. Yeah, I mean, like, I got a few. This one, I think this is absolutely fucking sick. I also bought this one. This one is fucking sick as well. I like this one so much. Someone is in my DMs in order to like yank it off me. We might come to a deal. I'm seeing like some people are having like some issues finding me live. Yeah, these editions are dope. Yeah, it's true. It's true for sure. I basically got offered to trade that one plus like a little bit of SOL to this one. I'm not sure if I'm the biggest fan of this one. I think it looks a little bit mid. J-Mos, how are you doing, brother? Don't do it. I got this one as well. I think like this one is fucking dope. Chilling about to hit the gym. Why would you hit the gym if you can actually just like nerd out, create some of this awesome looking art, collect some, right? I mean, like, folks, I might be like coping way too hard on this one, but I don't think NFTs are dead. I think like the price action is quite dog shit. Do not get me wrong. But I think like this is some dope art. I think this is absolute, like they nailed this one so fucking sick. They nailed it very hard. Battle the demons inside my mind. Jamos, I'll tell you this one, right? If you're gonna work out just because you're being healthy, I'm not gonna argue with that. But what I am going to argue with, if you're doing it for the ladies, as much as I know you're a family man, right? Women don't care about like a good body. Women care about guys with a fat fucking portfolio on SOL NFTs. I'll tell you that. Don't let them tell you otherwise, brother. Do not. Hated are coming. John Eichenhorn is saying it's true. It's true. Talking about mints, shout out to teens. They're gonna have like their own fresh mints. Hate it. I think the artwork is really good. Shout out to teens for sure. And best of luck with your mints. I like the artwork. Plus, never for the ladies, for my mental. I mean, like, your mental is fucked anyways, brother. Like, you might as well drop it. Here for the hate it. Well, there you go. How are you searching 1 out of 1? So for anomaly, you go to special. Here we have an anomaly. From the depths of delusionality, of delusion, they pivoted to a free mint. A great idea. A great quest. So yeah, I mean, guys, I think Anomaly is bringing something different. Big up NFT Cat. Appreciate you, Kinky. Talking about Kinky, I believe next week we might have a Gib. Fuck, I lost it. I'm just rattling a little bit. Next week, Gib. No, gimmicks. Next week somewhere we should have gimmicks on. Next week somewhere we should have liminals on. There's someone I'm forgetting as well. Liminals, gimmicks. We're gonna have goats on. Let me see. Stealthy, shut your whore mouth, brother. Nice, ain't got liminals. Scholars. Yes, I don't mind covering scholars. I don't mind them at all, but I will tell you this, they need to fucking mint out. Because you know what? Guys, I'll tell you one thing, right? being the epicenter of autistic Solana culture. Let's just call it like it is. I feel some kind of a fucking responsibility, right? My responsibility to you is to share my passion. And also it's my responsibility to fix a sponsor. So like if you're looking for a collaboration with like a great fucking channel, live stream, ecosystem, you know where to find me. But that's not the point. I bear the responsibility because I love you guys. You guys are tuning in to have a good time, to learn more about NFTs. Let's just call it like it is. Just to be a fucking autistic retard at the end of the day. I know what I'm talking about, right? Like, takes one to know one. For you fucking guys, right? I don't take my work lightly. If I would basically say something or endorse something to where you guys would basically buy something and it would fucking hit the shitters and rug, that will break my day. Like, I don't want that. I think that'd be horrible. SOL. I cannot do things while minting, and I'll tell you why. Because if you're stuck in a mint because it's taking way too fucking long and you're getting your ass dumped on afterwards, that's my worst case scenario. It's not my responsibility for a number go up or a number go down, right? But it is my responsibility to draw a line somewhere. And if, I mean, like, that's it. I never publicly endorse anything because endorsing someone means that I trust them so much. In fact, like, I don't trust anyone so much. I don't. Like, it's the internet. Who are we kidding? I have no control over these things, right? But what can I control is to have people on preach their own gospel and speak their own truths. And you guys can, like, quite literally decide for yourself whether someone is full of shit, whether it's good, whether it's a potential rug or whatever. But again, I think mints are very risky. Now, don't get me wrong. If it's a free mint, I don't care, right? There's nothing really to lose. There's nothing really to lose. There's nothing really to lose over free mint. But whenever you're, let's just call it like it is, if you're one of the first minters within a bigger mint and you're like the first percent or so, right? And you don't see like the second percent coming in, and you see like the founder being like, hey, well guys, like here we have a DGOT. You can always trust in the asset first. I'll trust you to do asset, brother. But all jokes aside, right? It's a responsibility I do not take lightly, and I hate to see people being dumped on because that's it. I'm fucking done explaining, to be honest with you. But that's a line I'm drawing. I don't think it's I'm not sure if it's like the right kind of metric right here, right now. I think it might be different under different circumstances or whatever. But I need to grow in this. If someone is still minting and I do not have like full info on the history, I do not have full info on well, what people are spending, what people are doing with their mint funds, etc., etc. Because like a big part of what I'm doing is like a kind of fundamental analysis on, well, what has the journey been like? And I don't have I don't have the information when they're still minting. So yeah, and also like, I'm not the guy to tell you guys like, hey, like this is an upcoming mint, it's going to be like a top 10 project. That's not my forte. My forte is just to talk shit on projects which are live, or be like, well, this could be interesting, and I want to learn more about this project. I want to learn more about like the founders' experiences and like why they think they're doing a good job, or what lessons they've learned, right? So yeah, that's I said, like, I told the guy from Scholars as well. Sorry, I lost the name. I told him like, hey, I'd love to have you on, but the only boundary I'm setting is like, you need to be minted out. Stealthy asking me, wait, just look at this shit. Stealthy asking me, give me a quick recap. You put out that Anomaly has the best community manager. I like the project. I just feel like the community manager is a fucking retard. How about that, Stealthy? Rescue is the dev of Scholars. He's a real one. Yeah, I know. I've been in touch with him. I like the contact so far, but equally, same rules apply to everyone. They just need to mint out first. We can basically go to launchmynft.com. Yeah. Launchmynft.io. They've been kind of stuck on mint, right? So I would rather see them go live, because like the public price is rather, I mean, like it's not a cheap mint. I'm not saying it should be, but like I'm definitely saying like it's not. I want to see like price action. I want to see how people basically treat the roadmap. Now, don't get me wrong. If it's a free mint at the point of mint, then I'm very much all for that. But yeah. And if I reflect that at Anomaly, Teens is in the house, always trust the asset first. Amen. So basically with Anomaly, I told this to Artifacts that like one SOL in these market conditions, I think that's fucking ambitious. You got to realize, right? Validated projects within the Solana ecosystem are having like major issues maintaining one SOL floor price. A free mint is so important for any artist to break through on any chain. Interesting words. I'm not sure about that, but like I definitely see the point there. It's an interesting take. I'll tell you this much though, Teens. Do I think this art is good enough to have people pay for it? Yes. And to prove my point, the market has validated the thesis, because it's trading at 0.8 Solana, or like 0.08 Solana, which is like an 8x if you're deducting like the minting costs from it. Just fair. Was totally refundable whenever you wanted at one Salamis, mitigating all risk. People didn't get the fish in and it was time to reset. which is what you saw. Stealthy, I'll tell you this much though, like it's not entirely true because like it was a 90% refundable mint. And I do think, just being real, right? At like a 3K collection, if everyone would have refunded, they would still have cashed out like 300 Solana. Just being real, I'm very, very, very positive on this collection. But like the market kind of showed that it wasn't like the time. Now, don't get me wrong. I love to see this. I think like you guys are building something cool. And I think like the work only just started, right? I think this is when let me 1 sec. It's just starting now, folks. Which is great because you know what? You have like the art to back it up. Also, Stealthy, for fuck's sake, brother. Let me just share the streams within Discord. Let me link the stream within the holder chat. You actually implemented BSC. That's awesome. Correct. This is only the beginning. Oh. Lots in store and would love to come on maybe next week and have a sit down if you'd have me. I actually would. I actually would. I told Artie as well that he's more than welcome. Or the two of you. But I mean, so far, right? What is most, what I think is extremely interesting, right? It's gonna take like a little bit from a founder to basically pivot. I mean, I think you really need to pivot. Like, you need to want to pivot, especially if you're basically planning on racking like 3K salami. And it's getting deducted to fucking 0, and you're still choosing to put out your art. I think that's commendable and respectable. It's something I can get behind. It's something I'll tell you guys this much, folks. Being a cat, like, this shit gets my pussy wet. it's true. It's something I like. And plus, like, I fucking like this art a lot. I'm not sure what Artifacts was thinking about when like he was designing like the guy deep throating a banana. To each their own. Right? Ooh, let me just share some shit. 1 second. Might have found a workaround. Meow meow, cheeky cheeky. Yeah. The only thing. Oh, there we go. Let's have a look at the distribution. I don't think it's the best. I don't think it's the worst either. Which is kind of normal. Ooh, THC Labs. Oh. Stealthy in the chat. Chronic in the chat as well. Make your bed. Instead of browsing your secondary marketplaces, just make your fucking bed, you fucking imbecile. Women love to fuck vampires. It's true. Women love to fuck NFT collectors. But you also got to make your bed. Do not give in to your intrusive thoughts, but make your bed instead. Be like the monster they ought you to be, but do not act like a monster would. Do not forget to make your bed meow. I mean, like that. Let's just call it like it is. That's kind of fucking Jordan Peterson when he deep throated some barbed wire, right? But yeah, artifacts or anomaly. Me likey. I think it's a good one. I think. It's actually insane that, like, Chronic, what do you think of the art? How do you like the art so far? Why don't we have a look through all of the wallets while we're at it? Your biggest whales. So happy for already getting his art out there. Insane. Listening to this in a gym, cat guy getting me chubbed. True. Here we have Stealthy, the worst community moderator, being a fucking autistic dumb retard. I'm holding 67. Look at mine. Don't fucking tell me what to do. I'll lick in a second. Let me get through these first. I think very highly of this art. I also think very highly of these tits. Very nice. 97. I mean, there's some big wallets, but nothing to the extent where I'm like, too big. I mean, like a big part, you know what? It's on the one hand, right? It's not the best kind of distribution, but like on the other hand, we should not forget we only fucking minted. $87. Oh, unbelievable. Dice Dreamer being absolutely stacked. Let's have a look at Dice's portfolio. Jeez. Well. I think like this looks like fucking chronic to me. No, it's not chronic. Who is this? Is this Brody? Zyler is the best trait in your opinion. LA Gen got the full Zyler 101. Yes. Can we also like just like discuss this, that like it's obviously it's the full mythic war armor from the EGOTs, right? Plagiarism. Oh. This one is not Chronix. This one is so nice. I saw this one. He actually bought it. Chronic, I think this is you, right? Is this you? This is Chronic for sure. It was an O2D gods. Yeah. I think the Siler is not, like, don't get me wrong, I'm not hating on this art at all. I think it's fucking sick. I think it's beautifully curated for sure. For sure. Before I show you guys mine, before I take out my schlong and show you what I'm all about, I got basically 2 wallets right now. One being a vault. But we'll get to that in a little bit. Chronic, I think like this one is fucking sick. Ooh, this one is very nice as well. Chronic buying this one, like fuck you, Chronic. Also, here's like a small little side quest. If anyone knows, I'm looking for one in particular. This one's fucking sick, by the way. But I am looking. Wait. Oh, fuck. Zyler. There you go. Boom. Oh, this one is very nice. But I kind of want to have this one for sure. I like the Zyler with the Anka face card for sure. Looks fucking sick. This one is fucking sick as well, though, chat. Stealth, you wanna would you be down to trade your Ank? This one? You want to trade, or you're going to be a major cunt? thought about PFP over my one-on-one. Buy gay, no trades. Gay that you are. Well, chat, herewith Stealthy is banned from our little therapy sessions. He's banned from the litter box. All right. On to the next. Let's and then we have this one. Chat, you know what I can really like? You don't need to necessarily... Oh! Oh! I mean... Very nice. Did I see Roblox there? What do you think about them? You're looking at the wrong one, Cat. What do you mean? Like, I'm just scrolling through the little shits here. I don't have an opinion on Roblox. I just got a bro, Cat, hit my DMs. Let's plan something for next week. Yeah, send me a DM, brother. Like, because like my schedule is getting quite tight. But happy to have you for sure. I mean, that looks fucking horrible. They didn't even fucking link their Twitter. I mean, like, I'm so off poop by that, right? Because if they cannot even link their Twitter, it's just minus IQ. There you go. So this is my shittier wallet, by lack of better terms. These are the ones I haven't sent to the vaults. I like this art. I'm not gonna lie. I think this is fucking sick. Shite then. Bag of shite, mate. It's true. But like, this is good art though. I like it. I like it. I like the extra dimension to it, like with the floating shit. Obviously, Fango. Mixes really well together. Oh! Look at this. One of my favorite one-on-ones, man. Not gonna lie, I think this one is fucking sick. I'm in talks to potentially trade that one, but like, man, am I having a hard time letting that go? I'm not gonna lie. But chat, like, even like more simple shit, right? This is like, to me, I drool over this kind of... We don't know what the project is going to deliver, if it's going to be good, if it's going to be shit, right? But if anything, it looks cool. It looks like something I would use as a profile picture. Right? Just that. I mean, the glow stick with like the splinter's aim looks good. I think this one looks fucking sick. Is the mythical baddie, is that the I can only assume like there's a lot good going on. It's not that rare. I mean, like, I'm not gonna lie, chat. I think like this is like for quite the cool trade. I think this is the best looking one. Deal with it. But if we're getting to like the good shit, this is where I got my grills. There we go. Oh, that one is so good. Boom. Bioform. Boom. Sylar plus aura. Boom. Just look at this. I like it a lot. Glop shades. I dig that trade for sure. This one looks like a mongoloid. Let's just call it like it is. It looks fucking retarded, but like takes one to know one. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not sure if I like the layering on this mouth. I do like this part a lot though, right? So the bubblegum mask is fucking sick. I think like the bubble gum mask actually is like quite sick. Okay. Bubblegum mask. Boom. Tell me, does this look like shit to you? It doesn't to me. Now this one. Oh. Perfection much, right? Look at the detail. Look at like the layering. It's beautifully curated, right? Especially with like the balance with like the eyes and the background. I like this a lot. That one's fine. Bubble mask. Bubblegum mask. But now we're getting to the good part, right? Arguably, is Glop the best skin? I think so. Is it? Probably. Now, 2 trades. Boom. Very fucking nice. And I minted this bitch. Boom. I think like this one is like the sickest one by far. Your sickest 1 out of 1. Arguably the sunflower though. There's like a few ones, but like some of these 1 out of 1s are just so fucking nuts. The detail on it is crazy, right? someone sold this literally for like 0.4 Solana. And I think it just looks so fucking good. I think it looks awesome. And last but not least, like the very best looking one. What are you thinking, chat? Good looking profile picture or what? Looks like perfection to me. So yeah, I mean, like the fun part, I will tell you guys this though. The fun part with these new NFTs, right, is that there's value in the recently, or like what I think, this is my opinion. You don't need to fucking agree with it, right? I think the fun part with this is basically check like the recently listed. I think like the best value is probably there, right? See if some people are just like paper handing some shit, which you might decide for yourself, like, I think that's mispriced. So chat, what do you guys think? How do you like this? Not for me, John is saying. Oh, unbelievable. I think it's great. I'm not gonna lie though, I am seeing a shitload of medieval holders here. Not for me, John is saying. That makes you my enemy. No, I'm just kidding, John. Or maybe I'm not. Oh, that looks so fucking sick. There's one I dig very hard though. it the background? This one. There's one where the face is basically disappearing. Wait, where is it? Like, how does this work? Ah, like that. I mean, it's been a while since like I really digged a new kind of mint. I think it looks awesome. I really do. I mean, just look at this. 2 trades as well. Now, I do think that the 32 Solana asking price is fucking retarded. Don't get me wrong. But it definitely looks cool. And especially in the beginning, folks, like if you're into this, right? If you want to get yourself an edge trading these MFers, what I would advise is just to dig into like the specifics, dig into the art. It's basically as soon as you can. Because that's basically the only thing which is going to give you an edge, right? Making sure that you know like the rarity of like these trades, etc., etc., etc. So very excited. I saw some guy in the chat actually saying like, well, I advised to go like for a free mint weeks ago, yada yada yada. Just keep your whore mouth shut. Oof. Who's this? Again, folks, you know what? This might just be like, again, you choose for yourself what you want to do, right? This is what I've done in the past, like little bit or so. Keep an eye on like whatever's being listed. A lot of people are not really too aware of like rarity, etc., right? Team saying there's something I can put my finger on with the might be the color palette, just doesn't hit 100% for me, but I can see why you dig him, Cat. Well, you know what, like equally to this, right, teams, I like it when founders just do whatever is necessary, and they did it. And I think this is a great way to penetrate the market. Like, I'll tell you guys this much, I think like the RIs might be slightly mispriced. I will tell you guys this though, like if I'm being like all yeah, for sure. So team saying, as always, collect what you like and fuck what anyone thinks. This is the great part about like the art aspect, right? Like at the end of the day, art is to be disputed, right? What is great for me might not be great for you, and likewise. But I'll tell you what I really like. It's definitely different from another dog, another fucking cat, right? This might be your cup of tea, or it might not be. But it is very different. And some of them look a little fucked up. Let's just let's just call it like it is, right? But equally though, I mean, come on. Like, if you're zooming into this shit, I mean, you're not gonna see this, right? Zoom into this. Rather than just like being a fucking retard, and look at how far I can zoom in, and it's still very, very, very sharp. Come on. Oh, come on. I'm not the biggest fan of like the way the wings are looking though. If I'm it obviously reminds me of like the mythic wings of the gods. Wait, let me. I don't think they hit the same. But what I will say, I mean, like, we're talking about like, God, looks mid. True, looks mid. I'm very much impressed with like the way this looks. Guys, don't get me wrong. It's a long road ahead. There's plenty of opportunity to fuck this one up, right? It's not a free mint anymore. That ship has sailed. So it's on to you now. And having said that, I'm gonna close this bitch off. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Let me get like probably I'll live stream tomorrow somewhere. Appreciate you guys tuning in. On to the next one. If you're into this stuff, like, subscribe, all the good stuff. I just released a tier list on Primevals. Let me just find it. Let me find that bitch. I uploaded it to YouTube as well. Here. Have a look. If you want to learn more about like Primevals within the Medievals ecosystem, have a look at the new video. Very comprehensible. And anyways, as always, thank you guys for tuning in. Retro, let me give me 10 minutes and I'll be back to you, and let's see if we can move forward, brother. Thank you all for tuning in. Like, subscribe, follow me on YouTube. Plus, if you have any recommendations or like points I can improve upon, send me a DM. If you actually enjoy your time, spread the word to the ones you might enjoy it with. We're growing this bitch from the ground up. All right, on to the next one. Thank you guys.